Hello everyone, it's Rachel here at Clarty Hands Crafts, and today I'm going to be making some pages for this junk journal. I did a video I believe on this cover and it's been a long time coming, but I am actually going to fill it up now. So I'm making a start on some pages. This is going to be the first page that I'm putting in. Usually I would assemble the journal first and then I would put the pages in. I would put the embellishments and the pockets and things in afterwards, but I'm going to do it the other way this time. I'm going to decorate the pages first and then stitch them in as signatures. This idea came from the channel Treasure Books. I will leave a link in my description if you want to check out that channel. I'm sure you've seen it already, but I just love the idea. I thought I'd try this to get me back into my junk journaling. So we're going to take a piece of paper first of all, and it's going to be big enough to fit in here. So height wise, I mean, that's a snug fit. You could make it smaller if you wanted to, but I am going to make a belly band for the page. Now what we're going to do is fold this over once in the centre, and we're going to concertina so the outer edges are going to be folded towards that centre fold. Flip it over and do the same again. This piece of paper is a bit warped and I'm going to blame that for the wonkiness. Can just remove that there. Okay, so you're going to end up with a piece of paper that looks like this. Now, I want my belly band to go on the inside of this page, and what I want it to do is open out as an extra journaling space. So I'm going to turn it this way. This bottom flap will be glued down like so, and then this will open out to reveal the journaling space inside. Now what I want to do is create a design on the front, and then I think I'll also do some design paper on that piece because that will reinforce it. And what we'll do is just glue top and bottom, leaving a slot here to put things behind. I'm going to take this piece here, or should I take this? Yeah, I'm going to do these because they're more coordinated, and also I'm trying not to have too many straight lines in this book, so I don't want to be using a paper trimmer. I'm going to be using a ruler to tear my edges. So I want to leave an edge around here, and I'm going to attempt to do that with this ruler. Now I'll do it on the back. It's a bit too bright, that paper, for my liking. And then if I tear it that way, then that's going to give us a nice torn edge around the top. It's going to be quite wasteful this, but I always tend to use these little scraps. I have a box full of them, so I'm not worrying about wasting those too much. No, I was gonna move that out of the way, but I've changed my mind about that. So if I rip there, make a little nick with my fingernail so that I know where that I'm going to do it. Line that up and tear. Moment of truth, is that the right height? I'd say so, I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm going to tear a tiny bit more. No. Okay, that was a bit of a disaster, that one, wasn't it? It's because I'm not working on a flat surface and not putting enough pressure on the ruler. Right, we're not worried about that as long as it's got kind of a parallel edge. Now I'm going to take that edge off. If I use those zigzags as guides, then I should be able to keep it quite straight. There's that edge. And then if I follow that zag there. Can't see where I did it now. I hope that was the right one. I don't think it was. Was it that one? Let's try that. Whoa! Oh, it's still a bit too wide, isn't it? Yep, need to take another smidge off. So we'll go by that pink one. Wonderful, there we go. That'll do. I'm going to put it that way though, just so that it's a bit more top heavy than bottom heavy. Right, next job is to ink those edges. I'll skip this bit for you, you know the drill. Ink up your pad and swirl it around the edges. Now as you can see, we've gone a bit dog-eared here and I like it. So I'm just going to go over that and allow it to fall where it's wanting to fall, and then I've got another one here as well. Must be a bit rough when I get to the corners. And I'll squash that down so it doesn't add too much bulk to the journal. So now we're going to glue that down onto there. I'm using my favourite, the Art Glitter Glue, and I didn't get the fine tip applicator, but after remembering how fast this comes out, I'm wondering if I made the wrong choice. I actually have some little bottles that I got from Crafter's Companion somewhere. I could decant it into that if needs be. Right, so I'm going to smooth that down on top, so that straight away gives us a coordinated surface to go on the page. And then when that opens out, we're going to have this lovely cover effect, and it'll also open that way, so you'll have some writing space there. You can open it like a little backwards booklet, and you can open it even further to reveal more writing space. Now I am wondering whether to add some decorative paper there as well, or whether to just keep it on that side. I definitely need some on there to reinforce it, so let's do that now. Great. Okay, now I need to ink those as well. I'm going to add the glue to that one. Far too much glue. Just scrape a bit of that off, or spread it around at least. Spread it to the corners, because I can't stand it when the corners look like they haven't been dog-eared on purpose, you know what I mean? Probably not. Okay, there we go. So this is going to go on our page like this. It will pull out, plenty of writing space, and it's an interesting little feature. I'm going to glue that down now, although I'm going to embellish it on the front cover bit. So some glue at the top and bottom. I'm going to take it a bit further up because I want it to be nice and strong, as it might see quite a lot of action if it's going to be pulled in and out a lot and having things put behind it. Trying to keep it central to that side of the page. Aligning the top edges and the bottom edges. How does that look? Right, there. Now you can see there's a gap behind to hold tags in or whatever you want to put behind as well as that extra writing space. Something I made a while ago that I'm just I was using the tags from. Right, so now we need some decoration on the front. So this is what I mean when I say that I keep all of these little narrow scraps. So I'm just going to have a look through. I've got this photograph that I want to use. So I'm going to have a look through and just pick out some little scraps that I can use potentially to matter. Oh, I like that. Possibly some pink. Something with a bit of contrast. Right, we can see what we can do with those. And then I've got some little scraps of lacy stuff and part of a doily there. So let's see what we can do for her. Right, first of all she needs some ink around those edges. I haven't cut that very neatly, have I? I mean, neat isn't always the objective when you're making a junk journal, is it? But I like things to be at least even. There's some little black edges on her that I can see there as well. So I'll just nip those off. I might have made that a bit worse, but never mind. Once we get the ink on, it'll cover a multitude of sins. It's got a sheen to the paper as well, so I'm going to have to be careful not to smudge ink everywhere over everything else. There, that looks better. Right. So what shall we choose for her background? Can she go on there? Right, let's just go for it. I don't want to overthink things. I'm just going to put things down with a tiny bit of glue, and then I can tuck glue under it if I need to. Right, what is going on with this? We've got a little tatty edge there. Let's cut that off. I don't like that. There we go. Does it need to go behind? Yep, a little bit on there. Stick that over. Just have a little measure and see. Oh, it doesn't want to stick down to that one. See how much room she's taken up. Now, wanted some of this kind of gold stuff. Yep, I'm just going to put that down that side. Pick it up, let it fall wherever it falls, and that musical paper can go behind there. Right, and then I want something to make a kind of stripe all the way down here. So, nope, it's too... Now I haven't got my sewing machine set up, otherwise I'd do some stitching down there in a darker colour. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm just going to tear that in half. And then I think I'll have the torn edges facing out. I'm going to stagger them like that and then put her over the top like so. That'll do. I'm just going to put those darkened edges with the ink. Now this might not work. Oh, I've got some vellum there as well. What I'm going to try is scumple because I want more texture. So if I could crunch them up and then just put some ink over the top to catch those raised and dipped edges. And I'm hoping it'll just add a bit more visual interest. I'm happy to have that little scuffy bit. I think I might swap those over, have the scuffy bit over there. That's it. Right, and then if she goes over the top like that, how's that looking? Yeah, I like it. Do I want vellum as well? Doesn't add anything, so no. Right, let's stick those down. And then I'm just going to have a little tiny bit hanging over the edge there, just to blur that boring straight edge. Just smash it down. Let's not overthink things. And there we go. That opens out that way. It opens out that way. We've left space there to put something, if you wanted to put your own photograph or little notebook paper over the over the design paper, then you can. And then you could have your tags behind there, breaking it up a little bit as well. There we have it. Our belly band with extra writing space. Let me know what you think. I thought that was an excellent idea that I saw on Treasure Books, and I hope you liked it too. Bye!